Okay guys, here's another bit of Garageband for you. In the last video we looked at making Apple loops, and they're really cool for short bits of audio, 1 or 2 bars in length or whatever. You make an Apple loop, put it in your Apple loop library, you can use it in any project. Just drag it on an audio track, you can copy it over as many times as you like, you can change its tempo, you can change its pitch. But what about longer bits of audio? Okay, here I've got 2 guitar tracks in the middle. At the top I've got software instrument drums, at the bottom I've got a software instrument bass. It's just 16 bars of guitar jamming at a tempo of 110 beats a minute. Okay, now by default any audio you record on audio tracks, if you change the project tempo it should speed up or slow down to match that. So if I push the project tempo up here to 130, the guitars speed up to match. If I slow the project tempo down to, let's say, 90, the guitars slow down to match. Okay, let's put the project tempo back to 110. Boom, like that. Okay. Now, check this out. If I select the first bit of guitar audio on the first guitar track, open the editor with the little scissors icon up here. Here in the editor we're looking at that first bit of guitar audio on the first track. Region tab selected. Down the bottom where it says transpose, this is ticked. Follow tempo and pitch is ticked. Select the second guitar track audio. Again, down the bottom, transpose. Follow tempo and pitch is ticked. So follow tempo and pitch is ticked for both bits of audio on both guitar tracks, and we've seen they do indeed follow tempo if we change the tempo. So they should follow pitch if we change the pitch, right? Well, they don't actually. Check this out. Let's close the editor. To change the pitch of our song, we go to track, show transposition track. Transposition track appears. It's got a node right at the beginning on bar 1 set to 0 with a line coming off it, so it's no transposition. But I can transpose the project from the beginning here up or down as many semitones as I want, down or up. Okay, so I'll transpose the project up from bar 1, 1, 2, 3 semitones. Everything should pitch up 3 semitones, right? But the guitars don't. The bass does. Any software instruments will follow this transpose, this transposition, right? Up or down in semitones. Any software instruments like this bass or keyboards or synths or whatever. Drums don't pitch, but any other instrument will. But the thing is, the guitars didn't. Alright, we got to do them manually. So I've transposed the project up from bar 1 by 3 semitones. So we get the first bit of guitar audio. Open the editor, region tab selected. Down the bottom we pitch it up manually, 1, 2, 3 semitones to match. Select the second bit of guitar audio. Same thing, down here, pitch it up, 1, 2, 3 semitones to match. Now from the beginning the entire thing is pitched up by 3 semitones. And I can change tempo as well if I want. Let's bring it up to 130, much faster. Okay, so you can do it like that. But there's other things we can do. And notice, by the way, that the 2 guitar regions after the title it says +3, because they're both pitched up by 3 semitones, right? Right, let's bring the tempo back down to the original, 110. Let's bring the transposition back down to 0. Then get this bit of guitar audio and bring it back down to 0, the original pitch. And this second bit of guitar audio, bring it back down to 0. Okay, everything's back at original pitch and tempo. I can transpose the song up or down at any point I want. So let's transpose the song up at bar 9 here. So on this transposition line, at bar 9, I just click input a node, and then here I can transpose down or up by as many semitones as I want. I'm going to go up, grab that node, and go up 1, 2, 3 semitones. So at this point all instruments will pitch up by 3 semitones, but we need to manually pitch the guitars up, and we only want them to pitch up from this point onwards, so we need to chop the audio here. So to chop the audio we bring the play head and snap it exactly to that bar line, bar 9, where the transposition happens. Select both bits of guitar audio with shift and click. They're both highlighted and selected. Playhead's exactly at that bar 9 where the transposition occurs for the song. And we go to Edit, Split Regions, that's the 2 selected guitar regions, at the playhead at bar 9, which is where it is. Boom. That splits both bits of guitar. And then these 2 bits of guitar from this point where everything for the project, for the song, transposes up, we transpose them up to match. So I get this first one, bring it up 3 semitones to match the transposition for the project here. Second bit, bring it up 3 semitones. And at this point, everything pitches up 3 semitones. And at this point I could change tempo as well if I want. We go to the track menu, show the tempo track. There's our tempo track. The project tempo is 110. At the beginning of the tempo track there's a node saying the same, 110, and a line coming off it. I want to change the tempo at this point where we transpose up at bar 9, so I double click on this line at that position, bar 9. There's a node, and I can slow the project down here or up in tempo. So I'm going to go up from 110 up to let's go really fast, 130. Boom. So at this point we pitch up 3 semitones and the tempo speeds up from 110 to 130. Mental, right? And you can do that anywhere you want, as many times as you want. Let's come back down, say at bar 13. So at bar 13 on the transposition line I click and input a node. Let's bring it back down to 0, come back to the original pitch, and then we'll change the tempo at that position as well. Double click, input a node there, bring that back down to 110 beats per minute. So here we're going to come back down in pitch and back down in tempo. We need to chop the guitar there, bring the playhead and snap it to that position, bar 13, select these 2 bits of audio, split them at the playhead, edit, split regions at playhead, boom. And then these 2 bits need to transpose back down, so select that one, bring it back down to 0, select that one, bring it back down to 0, and now at this point we come back down in pitch and tempo, back to original pitch 0 and original tempo 110. And that's how you do that. Could be really useful this if you've recorded, you know, some guitars or whatever, and you think, I don't want to do it again, but I want it to be a semitone or 2 up or down. Just change its pitch, change the pitch of the project, change the pitch of any instruments. Bish bash bosh. Or you can use it for generating ideas. You just get a bit of guitar, playing a riff, or just a basic chord over 4 bars, and then copy that over and transpose those 4 bar chunks up and down in semitones to try different chord changes, whatever you like. Yeah. That's how you do that.